There's breaking news coming in. It's a setback for India in the Navy war room leak scandal. The High Court in the United Kingdom has turned down India's request to extradite the main accused in this case, Ravi Sankaran. Now, Ravi Sankaran has been living in the United States and the United Kingdom since 2006. He's the nephew of the former Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Arun Prakash. He is the main accused in the Navy's biggest scandal of leaking top secret information from the war room. Ravi Sankaran stands accused of orchestrating the infamous war room breach in the year 2004 that involved leak of sensitive information regarding equipment, Navy ships that the Navy hoped to acquire. The general staff requirements of those ships, the technical details of those ships were ferreted out of top secret computers in the war room and leaked through ship chandlers and other middlemen to potential sellers. And headlines today's Deputy Editor Defense Shiv Arur now joins me for more on this big breaking story. Shiv, on what grounds did the United Kingdom refuse India's request to extradite Ravi Sankaran?
Now, the UK High Court, Gaurav, has been listening to a petition from Ravi Sankaran, who, as you know and just reported, has been in the United Kingdom for the last decade at least. Dodging Indian law. He hasn't returned to India ever since he actually went there. His parents are based in Pune. We've been in touch with them as well. He's been in the UK and he's petitioned the UK High Court against the CBI, saying that many of the details that the CBI has used as evidence to support the extradition request are forged. His father, sitting here in Pune, has filed right to information requests, and those documents have also been presented in the UK High Court, where Ravi Sankaran, through his lawyer, who happened to actually be extradition experts, have actually fought the CBI in the High Court in London, saying that much of the evidence that has been presented to actually convince the United Kingdom to accept and extradite Ravi Sankaran to India to face charges, under the Official Secrets Act in the war room scandal are forged or, trumped up to actually support the case. Okay. So this is a huge setback. Remember, Gaurav, you and I have both reported on this case. It was a massive scandal, and it basically means that 10 years after he began dodging Indian law and the CBI, there was a red corner Interpol notice for him as well.
Yes.
An extradition request has been, shot down by the UK court. Massive setback on one of the most scandalous, military stories in the last one decade.
Now, you've been speaking to your sources in the Ministry of Defense and the Naval Headquarters. What is India's next course of action in this case now?
Well, they have very limited options because this is an extradition request that's been shot down by the UK High Court, Gaurav. But what we do know is that the Ministry of Defense is in touch with the Ministry of External Affairs, which has said that, all options are being weighed. But, to look at this very plainly, it obviously shows that, the case that has been built against Ravi Sankaran to support the case for his extradition, either has been faulty or, there simply hasn't been adequate follow-up. Ravi Sankaran on his side has very powerful lawyers who've been able to poke holes in the CBI's case, who's been able to, make the court somehow see that much of the evidence, or some of the evidence being presented to support the extradition is compromised or trumped up or forged.
Yes.
And therefore the UK High Court has taken this view. So the question now needs to be asked to the CBI on why it has not been able to present an effective and persuasive and watertight case to actually support this extradition, because Ravi Sankaran is sitting in the UK. He's the main accused in the war room leak case. Yes. And India can simply do nothing about it right now except continue to pull the diplomatic strings.